On a 3-game Saturday, we got one for the ages. Nikola Jokic, Victor Wembanyama. Overtime. In Denver. Two of the best players on the planet, two MVP candidates, went directly at each other, and it resulted in probably the best game of the season, and really one for the ages. We're going to get into that and so much more, all on today's daily basketball recap in 15 minutes or less. My name is Levi Jacob. Let's jump into it. Because there was just 3 games today, I'm going to go over some of the weekend's storylines as well. Cooper Flagg had 51 on Friday night. He's the first teenager in the NBA to score 50 points. Well deserving of such a feat. Magic beat the Mavericks 138 to 127, but just a bright future for him and a worthy showing to try to make the case for Rookie of the Year. OG Anunoby had 31 and 8 for the Knicks, who scored 136 against the Bulls 96. Pretty big margin, but again, it's April, so not so surprising everyone's trying to tank for the lottery odds. Celtics beat the Bucks 133 to 101. Jason Tatum, in I believe 31 minutes, had 23, 11, and 9. He's back. He's back. There's a whole ongoing NBA discussion, investigation about the Bucks and Giannis. I'm not going to cover anything as far as that just yet until something comes to be, but we're just going to leave it at that for now. They're investigating. Rockets beat the Jazz 140 to 106. KD had 25, and Houston, they're winning. They're winning games. Cody Williams had 27 points and 11 rebounds in this game. He came out of nowhere. He really came out of nowhere. I know that he's J-Dub's brother, but still, like, he wasn't an NBA player a couple of months ago, and now he is. Awesome. Happy to see it. Raptors beat the Grizzlies 128 to 96. Our Kings beat the Pelicans 117 to 113. Jeremiah Fears had 28, 8, and 6. Maxime Renau had 28, 9, and 4. 76ers beat the Timberwolves 115 to 103. Joel Embiid had 19, 3, and 7. And Randall had 21 and 7 for Minnesota. Embiid played Friday night. He did not play last night. Hornets beat the Pacers 129 to 108. Charlotte, super hot. Brandon Miller had 22. Siakam still dropped 30, but a loss again. Now, let's get into the A, better games, and B, last night's games. The news to start off with is that we finally found out that Luka is out for the rest of the regular season. Likely, Austin Reeves is in the same camp. He injured his oblique, which means that it's LeBron and only LeBron, essentially, moving forward into the rest of the regular season right now. Steph Curry is supposed to be returning tonight. Game of the night. Jokic scores 40 versus Wemby's 34 to help the Nuggets beat the Spurs 136-134. Really barn burner. This game was an absolute must-watch. Really could have been best game of the NBA season. It was awesome. Jokic ended up having 48 and 13 with 3 blocks, 0 turnovers. Out of this world. 13 of 25 shooting from the field, 13 of 15 from the line. He played 44 minutes, just making exclusively right decisions. That's it. Only right decisions. Aaron Gordon was playing defense on Wemby despite the awesome stat line of 34, 18, and 7 with 5 blocks. He shot 16 of 17 from the free throw line. Despite all of that, Aaron Gordon played the best defense that could have possibly been played on Wembanyama, including the last possession that Wembanyama had it to try to hit the 3 first to try to tie them, and then or to try to put them down by 1 in overtime, and then he also guarded him on a drive to the basket and made sure he was nowhere near. He was near, but Aaron Gordon did his best. He also had a driving dunk to send them into overtime. Exceptional, just exceptional. Aaron Gordon and Jokic have this beautiful synergy between the two of them. That's, not to account for Jokic and Jamal Murray having synergy between the two of them. This was such a hard fought game, such a hard fought game, and really anybody could have won this game. And the experience showed more for the Nuggets than it did for the Spurs. It's just small things like making shots with the clock running down, which the Nuggets have had experience doing. And that was really the difference maker. Julian Champagny missed a couple of them. Devin Vassell missed a couple of them. Stephon Castle fouled out in overtime. But really, De'Aaron Fox also, by the way, was not hitting shots in overtime. In the fourth quarter, yes, but not in overtime. This was an awesome game. It was really, really an awesome game. Christian Braun also was an unsung hero for them. He 5 of 11 from 3, but really, really hit very timely 3-pointers. Jamal Murray, 15 points, 10 assists, but still was very much in the flow of the offense. Stephon Castle had 20, 9, and 10, but again, he fouled out. Champagnie knocked down 6 of 9 from 3 for 18, but Fox really struggled from the field with 7 of 19, shooting 0 for 6 from 3 in 41 minutes. And you felt it. You really felt his presence not be as pronounced as it could have been. I do feel like if they had won this game, it really, really would have done wonders for Victor Wembanyama's MVP case. I think not winning this game doesn't do as much for Jokic's MVP case. I think that he's not really in the conversation as of right now. And there's only a few games left, but I do think that it would have really helped Wemby, and unfortunately they didn't win. Unfortunately for his odds, I'm happy that he didn't win for SGA's sake, but I really think it would have knocked over, it would have toppled the real race. To recap the other two games, Pistons beat the Sixers 116-93 pretty handily. No Embiid in this game. 16 and 14 for Dennis Jenkins. He did not shoot his best percentage, but he was making all the right passes. Asar Thompson, 14-5, 3 steals and a block, plus 27 in just 25 minutes. But also you could just see it. He was literally everywhere. He had a couple of really nice alley-oops thrown to him. Tobias Harris, who was being booed in the Sixers arena. I know that he used to be a Sixer, obviously, and people still hold a grudge for that, but I didn't know that it would last until now. I guess because he's playing so well for the Pistons that people are like, what? They're just angry at him. Had 19, another 19-point game for him. Duren, 16 and 7. He was weirdly off tonight. I don't know what that's about, but just didn't contribute much. Tyrese Maxey, 23. Edgecombe had 19. Paul George had 20. The Sixers shouldn't have lost this game, but the Pistons, to their credit, have played really well with Cade out, and figured out how to really run an offense despite Cade not being there, and that's something that we really didn't. The Miami Heat destroyed the Wizards again, 152-136. Khalil Ware had 24, 19, and 7 blocks. Jaime Jaquez had his season high of points with 32. Awesome. 12 of 18 shooting for him in 27 minutes. There's obviously not much defense going on for the Wizards, but a bright spot for the Wizards was definitely Will Riley with 31, 5 rebounds and 5 steals, 12 of 17 shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, but was doing whatever he wanted to in this game, which is cool because the rest of the team definitely didn't do that, and the Heat were definitely doing whatever they wanted to. So it's cool to see that the Heat still, they played defense on him, and it didn't really make that much of a difference because he's good. Will Riley is very good, actually. I think that he's going to be a Wizard for a while, if you ask me. He looks so fluid when he plays basketball. It's kind of astonishing because you just don't expect that kind of play from anybody on the Wizards. They're all they're all skilled, but with flaws to their game. Offensively, he's a triple threat, and he really is so comfortable handling the ball. So it's cool to see. That brings us to the end of our episode today. I want to thank you all for listening and watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.